morning YouTube, what is up? This is Austin here, back with another helpful video for all of you. So if you're in pre-med or already in medical school, whatever it might be, my channel is all about bringing advice, tips, and strategies to help you succeed in your medical journey by sharing my own personal experiences and things that I like to do. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, please hit the subscribe button. It would really help me out. In today's video, this is going to be incredibly high yield, especially for all of you who just wrapped up step 1. Congrats, by the way. So I used Anki during step 1, and that helped me find a lot of success. And if you want to see more of my step 1 experience, I made a lot of vlogs and I put everything in the playlist up here, as well as advice and tips for step 1. So feel free to check that out. Now for step 2, whether you're continuing your Anking Step 1 deck and moving on to step 2, or you're deciding to give Anki a try and jumping into this new step 2 deck and doing Anki for clinical rotations, this is the right video for you. I'm going to show you how to update from step 1, and if you are just starting new, it's going to be even easier for you to just get the new deck and get started right away. This is exactly what I'm going to be doing too, so feel free to follow me in this pursuit. I'm going to be using Anki for step 2 and then doing UWorld questions on the side whenever I have time. With step changing to pass-fail, maybe when you're watching this video it already is pass-fail, that just means step 2 CK is even more important. So this Anki deck in step 2 is going to be incredibly helpful for all of you to do well in step 2 CK and be competitive applicants for residency in the match. So make sure you turn your post notifications on, subscribe to my channel for all the up-to-date advice and tips for rotations, step 1, step 2, and all of that. So let's go ahead and share my screen, and I'm going to show you exactly what to do step by step and make sure it's easy to follow, and hopefully a short and condensed video to make sure that you can get everything you need to do to crush your clinical rotations and also rock step 2 out of the park. Alright everyone, first things first, we gotta install the new Anki deck as of this video. The most up-to-date one is Anking overall step 1 version 9 and step 2 version 4. So here's this general update information. I'm going to explain all this in a very concise manner and make it a quick video for all of you, and also show you how to use it afterward. So there's always a post here with all the media files, so whether you're updating right now and it's V9, V4, or maybe it's in the future and it's like V11 and V6 or something, you always want to download the one that's Mega Anking Step 1 and Step 2 with media. Really important, so go ahead and press that link here. It'll take you to another page. And then once this loads, which it does right now, you'll go ahead and download this. It should come up right in the middle, 3.03 gigabytes. Go ahead and press download, and then I'll meet you on Anki. So pretty much if you're updating brand new, you won't have any of this stuff here, or just say default, and all you want to do is file, import, and then find your Anki deck you just downloaded. So it would be the Anki version 9 V4, press open, and you'll pretty much be all set to go. Now for most of you, you're probably updating from step 1, or a previous version of step 2 or step 1. Whatever it is, you're gonna have to make sure you get the special fields add-on to make sure everything updates correctly. So it's under tools, add-ons. You make sure you have this one called special fields. If you don't, let me go ahead and show you how to get that, but pretty much you'd click get add-ons and paste the specific code from the special add-ons, which I'll have in the description below. Okay, so here's the special fields add-on. Again, this as well as the Reddit thread and link is all in the description as always. So you're going to go ahead and find the special fields add-on. This is the most up-to-date version. Go ahead and copy and paste this code and paste it in your Anki. So when you get back to Anki, you just paste this code in, press OK, and you'll get your special fields add-on. I already have it, so I'm not going to press this right now. Once you get the special fields add-on, you'll have to restart your Anki program for it to be in effect. Alright, so now that you're back in Anki, all restarted and ready to go, you want to make sure you go in Tools and go on Special Fields right here and configure it to Update Settings, which means you're about to update your deck. So press Update Settings, and now it's going to be checking this Update Note Styling. Pretty much, you have an Anking Master version 2 note type. That's the new type that's seen in the version 9 and version 4, which was not the same in the previous version. So this just makes sure all your cards update correctly. These 4 things here: lecture notes, missed questions, pathoma, and boards beyond. These are the fields that are going to be protected. So that's why I always recommend, if you're going to write any lecture notes or anything that you add to a card, just put in lecture notes in one of these 4 things, because these will never be updated or changed. So when you're updating, you won't lose any of that information. Now, if there are any tags you want to protect, you can put the tag in the exact name and the exact way it is in this protected tags area, and that'll make sure that tag is not like overridden or anything if you do anything. So I just put step 1 in there, so all the cards made for step 1, I also tagged them with step 1 just so I could find it easier, but you don't have to have anything down here, it's perfectly fine. So once this is all set to the update settings, all you do is press close, and then you can just, so now you can just click file and import and press your Anking V9 V4 deck, and you should be all set to update your deck. Alright, so now we're in the Anking browser after we updated. You should see the total card count up here. Again, it might be a little bit different just because you still need to delete some cards, and also I might have added or deleted a small handful of cards. So what you want to do is find the delete tab underneath Anking version 4. I already deleted it, but there will be an exclamation point that says delete. Just go ahead and go there into that tag and delete all the cards in there. So you can leave these 2. I'm going to show you how to get rid of these ones when you filter them out later, but just delete the ones that say delete. And once you do that, I want you to make sure you do notes and clear unused tags. That's really important to make sure everything is cleaned up. So basically at this point, you should just have the Anking Step 1 V9 tag and the Anking Step 2 V4 tag. It's very important to make sure you don't have like Anking Step 1 V8 or like Anking Step 2 V3 or any other tags that still have cards in it, because that means you probably didn't update correctly because the note styling didn't fully update and change to the new card type. So comment below if that's happening to you, and I'll try to figure out what's going on, but most of the time it's because you didn't use the special fields add-on like I said and press the update note styling. Now these other tags underneath here are just from other decks that I have, so you shouldn't have these, so don't worry about that. You just have this tag and this tag. And below here you can see that step 1 tag that I protected earlier on special fields, just all the different cards I made during step 1, which I'll never use again, but I'm just going to leave it in my profile. So now I'm going to show you how to suspend the cards that are no longer relevant to you because they were on step 1 but not step 2, since there are still about 8,000 of these 32,000 cards that are relevant to step 2, and it's good that you just keep the same interval that you have on your previous deck of step 1 cards, because that'll save you a lot of time and there'll be 8,000 less cards you have to do during your busy clerkship years. So you're going to click Anking Step 1 V9, so that's the 32,000 cards. Again, it might be a little bit different, it doesn't have to be exactly 32,856, and you're going to click Control Alt and click the Anking Step 2 V4. So what this does is subtracts the Anking Step 2 V4 from the Anking Step 1 V9. So pretty much all these cards are only on Anking Step 1 V9. So you can just suspend this whole 25,000 cards, but I wouldn't recommend deleting anything. Just leave it in there just in case something comes back in a different update or something. So make sure you just highlight all these and press Control J. That will make sure you suspend all these cards. So once you suspend those cards, you're now ready to go, and under your Anking Step 2 V4, this 15,903 cards will be all the cards you need for Step 2, and about 8,000 or so of them, like I said, are already going to be done actually because you did them in Step 1. So you can see these intervals over here, a lot of them already have pretty large intervals because I did these cards in Step 1 already. However, there are going to be a lot of new cards too, because there are new specific cards on management and more clinical based things for Step 2, so those are the cards you're going to be working towards as you go through your rotations. Now, how exactly are you going to use these tags to go through your rotations? Great question. Well, let me show you. So under Anking Step 2 V4, what you're going to do is make sure, again, delete that exclamation point delete deck. That should be gone. You should be seeing exactly what I'm seeing. You're going to open up the tag shelf and the tag resources. So pretty much the shelf and resources tags have all of the different core rotations, the 7 you're going to do during your 3rd year of medical school and before Step 2. So when you're doing IM, what I recommend is making sure you get all the IM cards done and all the UWorld IM questions done, and you should hopefully be good to go for the shelf exam and also know a little bit of what you're doing in the clinic. So what you're going to do to make sure you don't mess with these potential duplicate and not doing cards, you're going to make sure you get rid of them every single time you go through and open cards and unlock them for step 2. So the first thing I want you to do before we do anything else is to make sure you have this created tab here on your queue in Anki. So you're going to right click and make sure you have the created tag. That's really important, because what I'm going to recommend is to filter your deck based on created by clicking this column, because a lot of the cards that are created in a similar time frame. So you want to keep all those cards next to each other so you can unlock them at the same time, and it'll make more sense to do the ones that are made at a similar time. So what I'm going to recommend to you is you're going to press IM first up here under shelf, and then you're going to do Control Alt click for not doing, which just subtracts the cards that you're not doing, and then Control Alt click again to get rid of the cards that are potential duplicates. And again, if you're on Mac, that would be Command Option click. Now I'm going to have you hold Shift and press IM down here under Resources. So that's going to include all the additional IM cards that were added from other resources, which are important because they add cards from like OME, Online MedEd, and also cards from like UWorld and such. So you want to make sure you add those cards. But now you have to also make sure that you subtract the tags not doing and potential duplicate again, because some of the cards are double tagged. Remember, these are not decks, these are tags. So some of the cards are double tags. You want to make sure you get rid of these tags again, so you ensure that you're not doing these potential duplicate cards. So that would be Control Alt click again, Control Alt click again. So you should be looking at the ballpark around 5,500 cards for IM, which is the most cards of any rotation. So if you can have a little bit of a head start, I would recommend doing that. But now what I would do is I would basically have the cards set on created, and this would be the same queue that I have every single time I do my IM rotation. I know other people say to make a custom filter deck, but I think this is easier and more organized. So what I'm going to do is just go down the list, and you can see I've already been starting to do a few cards here and there. So all these are unlocked, they're not yellow. And you can see the interval, a lot of these cards are from step 1, but you can see these newer ones are the ones I just started doing, and some of these are still new. So what I do is I just go down the list and unlock like 30 to 50 cards a day, and then I just mark the card that I ended up at. So this card is where I stopped today. So I right click this card and I flag it and make it green. So the next day when I reopen my Anki and restart my queue, I just go to the green card and start looking at the cards below it to unlock the next set of cards. So you'll notice this is a little different from step 1 because there's not really a high yield video you're watching before, but just relying on a lot of the foundational concepts you had from step 1 and learning from the Anki cards. Some of this stuff is pretty simple. It's sort of like the next step in management off of a concept you already learned in step 1. So it's really just taking that next step and learning it from here. So since there's no video that goes along with it, I'd recommend just previewing the cards for about 25 minutes before you unlock them, just because you're going to look at these and see if there's anything weird that you don't understand. If there's something you don't get, just look it up on Google or Reddit it, and then just go and type some notes in the lecture notes that helps you understand the card better. That's what I've been doing, just going through these cards a little bit before I do them, looking things up on Reddit and typing things in lecture notes if I need to. So once you unlock these cards, it's really simple. You just highlight the ones you want. Let's say I want to unlock about 10 cards here. I would just unlock them by clicking toggle suspend or cards, toggle suspend, or the hotkeys Control J, and those would be the cards that I do. So a lot of students also have been recommending Online MedEd, and you can definitely watch those videos if you want. They're fully tagged here on Anki as well. You can see Online MedEd, and you can find the videos here and just unlock the cards that correspond to the videos. I've noticed that there's really no point for me to watch any videos like Online MedEd right now, because if I watch the videos, it's not like I remember things from the videos like a week or two after. It's like if it's not on the Anki cards, I'm not going to remember it because it's not in spaced repetition. So I think it's more efficient to just learn the cards directly without Online MedEd, because most of the stuff here is not conceptually difficult. It's more of like memorizing how to do it, for like memorizing what's the next step in management for something, what type of imaging to do, and also like what type of first line treatments there are. So that's just more memorization, and then you're going to learn more application when you're physically in the clinic. So that's why I would just recommend doing the cards. And you can see here in resources, like under IM, these IM tags already include Online MedEd, so you don't have to worry about this tag if you're just doing it my way. So that's pretty much all there is to it. So let me walk you through that again just to make it more clear. Let's say if you're not starting on IM, let's say you're starting on surgery, it'll be the same situation. 2,359 cards, you want to do Control Alt not doing, Control Alt potential duplicate, If you're on Mac, it's Command Option, remember that. And then you want to click Shift click to include these surgery cards as well. Brings you back up to around 2,423, and then get rid of these not doing cards. So you can see just 1,600 cards for surgery. Nothing compared to the 5,500 cards you have in IM. I mean, you'll be in the hospital and OR a lot more in surgery, so you have less time, so it makes sense that there's less content to learn. But IM is really the most intensive one because I hear there's the most U-word questions in the IM category as well, and the most Anki cards, and it tends to be a time-intensive rotation as well, so that's why it's important to try to get a head start if you can. And that's my first rotation, so I'm just starting to get through the cards a little bit and make my life a little easier in a few weeks when I go into the wards.
Alright, so that brings us to the conclusion of today's video. I hope that all of those steps were helpful in you setting up your new Anking Step 2 deck and getting ready to tackle your clinical rotations. I'm wishing you all the best of luck. I'm starting again on internal medicine. Let me know in the comments what rotation you're starting on, and if you have any comments or suggestions or questions at all about what's going on in Anki. I know it can be confusing, and sometimes updating is not the most smooth process, and it's different for everyone. There could be little tweaks in your deck that's different from mine or someone else's. So if there's a problem that you have, just comment below, and I promise I'll do my best to figure it out. Have a great rest of your week, and thanks for watching the video.